It's time for another map engine update, so let's jump right into the script. Upon starting, you are prompted to select a map style. At the moment it is just these three. My plan is to get custom links working, but that's, well, it's not something that I got working right now, but this is pretty interesting. Instead of using the standard OpenStreetMaps, you can now use these two Kato variants. Let's use Kato Lite. This description is not working, but the rest is. Resolution is also pretty much the same. And now we have this really neat and tiny UI instead of the big text blob. And my goal is that it is, well, small enough to not be in the way of actually using Fusion. This is something where I would prefer something like After Effects where I can dock this somewhere neatly. Let's just place it right here so that the controller is up there and not in the way. You can see right away that the map style is very different to OpenStreetMaps, and that's exactly what I wanted. Let's go to Berlin, boom, and now we are in Berlin. This is a preview that's in a proxy resolution. If you need a higher resolution preview for this frame, you can go here and load the tiles to view, and then, well, the high resolution, the actual resolution tiles are loaded in. Some of these icons are not even close to final. For example, these right here are all the same, but let's just create a normal label at this view, and it's white, which means you can't really see it. Let's call it Berlin and change the color. Maybe we use the color picker and make it this watercolor and darken it a bit more. Okay, and now everything is working as before. We can set the keyframes for an initial first time. Go here and let's say Europe. Okay, this is not quite as far out as I wanted, so let's go to 5,000 units. This is more like it. And you can see here the tiles are not quite loaded in, so we can load tiles to view, and it will automatically get the high resolution tiles for this area. And because it's so satisfying, let's add some pitch and rotation. In what direction do we want to go? Like here. Okay, and also because right now we started Berlin, I turn off high quality, and we are out like immediately. There's one frame where we can still see it, and then we are out. That's where smooth interpolate comes in. You can just hit a button and you get a really nice keyframe curve. This does only work for X, Y, and Z, so you have to go in for pitch and orbit manually, select them and hit F or S, something to get this nice easing effect. And to show you this curve of Z, it starts really slow, ramps up rapidly, and then comes in really nice and slow again. That should be good enough for now. Let's bake the animation, and for that I'll open up the console. If you are ever in doubt in the future, the console is where everything is nicely laid out, what is happening. I want to get user feedback within the UI, but that's kind of complicated and not what I want to focus on right now, because it takes a lot of time, and if I ever change this UI, I gotta change the user feedback, and that's really inefficient to do it that way. So for now, you can see smooth zoom is completed. That was the last thing that we did. Let's bake the animation. It's 82 tiles that are loaded in, and it's happening rather quickly. And within a few seconds, yeah, here another error pops up. Let's just cancel that. But now let's just take a look at the animation. Beach ball, that oftentimes means that DaVinci is making a backup. Well, and now this is the animation. Nice and smooth. Let's save and exit, and that's it. I hope you enjoyed this little update, and until later, have a nice day.